And thanks for staying with us, everyone. We continue with our assessment of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration in these 2 years. Joining us now is the former presidential candidate of the National Conscience Party, the NCP, engineer Martins Onovo. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
As an opposition party, 2 years since President Muhammadu Buhari and his team got into power, how would you assess them?
Well, we must try to assess them as objectively as possible using key performance indices. And I think that in being very objective, you can either assess them with their 3 priorities: security, corruption, and the economy. Or you assess them with their 81 campaign promises. So either way. But I'm not sure we have enough time to look at the 81 campaign promises they made. So we can look at the 3 priorities, which are security, anti-corruption, and the economy. If you talk about security, I think that most Nigerians will agree that security is worse today. Specifically, the Boko Haram terrorism has not been significantly contained as falsely claimed. Reports from BBC and other sources confirm that Boko Haram still has presence in Nigerian territory. Just last week, the Nigerian military confirmed that Boko Haram attacked the military and killed about 6 soldiers. And this was in Nigerian territory. It is clear from other reliable reports that Boko Haram is still in Dekwa, Boko Haram is still in Gamborungala, Boko Haram is still in Damboa. So it's very clear. And even the Nigerian military has confirmed that Boko Haram is still in Sambisa, if you look at the military reports. So the claims about Boko Haram cannot be true. That's number one.
Well,
2,
I mean, if just so that we, before you move into the other issue, but if you make a comparison between 2015 and now, where conveniently Boko Haram were ravagingly moving around all these territories, and they said they held local government areas, several of them, and now, 2 years after, would you say there's a level of improvement?
Well, I'm saying it is not significant. You know why? When the general elections were shifted because of Boko Haram was significantly decimated in those 6 weeks. Everybody saw it.
Really?
Oh, significantly. Boko Haram was decimated and put aflight. Very clearly. It's verifiable. If you check your own channel reports, you can confirm it. In the 6 weeks when the general elections were postponed, Boko Haram was significantly decimated.
That was a moment where the reports that the military does not have the firepower to be able to curtail the excesses of the insurgents. Well,
that story is not credible. How can a ragtag group like Boko Haram have more capacity than the Nigerian military, trained all over the world, armed with oil money? Where is Boko Haram's oil well? To raise enough revenue to arm their ragtag fighters better than our soldiers.
So if you have to rate the Buhari government in terms of security,
that's what I want to do.
Fight of insurgency,
I want to give the basics.
How would you rate?
I want to give the basics for the security. Now, the rise in herdsmen terrorism is very significant. And if you look at the global terrorism index, you will see that herdsmen are now ranked, Nigerian herdsmen are ranked as the 4th most dangerous terrorist group in the whole world. So it is wrong to claim that security has improved. Just a few weeks ago, the current Inspector General complained about rising kidnapping. Last week, students were taken from a model secondary school in Ekpe. Where is the security? Insecurity today is worse than before this government was inaugurated. That cannot be disputed.
Okay, let me allow Malam Garba Shehu to respond to Engineer Onovo on this one. Security will be one area that this government says it has its hands on it. And some people say, oh, a former general being a president is capable enough to tackle all these issues. But if you hear what Engineer Onovo has said, do you think some of these things are really staring us in the face that in terms of security, we perhaps have not seen the best of time?
Well, I don't think he has his facts. saying that Boko Haram had been finished with by the time President Buhari came into office.
I said decimate.
Otherwise, it would not have been a priority program for the new administration. It is a fact that when we took over, 14 local councils were effectively under the control of Boko Haram. They had the caliphate with the flags and their system of taxation on a state created out of the Nigerian territorial, grounds, and it had to take not just Nigerian armed forces, which have been re-equipped, given a new leadership, and motivated all over again. President Buhari had to go to the neighboring countries, rally them around in their own support, in fact, get international support, so that things that we couldn't do, like effective air surveillance and so on, could be done. As I speak to you now, what is left is a cleaning up of the entire act of the Boko Haram and the establishment of civil authority. As I speak to you now, the police has sent not less than 5,000 of their men helping local governments to resume, people in IDP camps to go back to their own communities and all of that. So to say that Boko Haram had been finished with before the election, that is an absolutely untrue statement. Boko Haram still lingers, and because it's a matter of the heart, and it will take time to clean it up. Terrorism all over the world takes a lot of time but manifestations of the Boko Haram of the past, when on a single day they killed 300 worshippers in a Kano mosque.